The time period before the Xia Dynasty was mythical, and the rulers were called 三皇五帝, or 3 sovereigns and 5 emperors, even though this is a little inaccurate since there are no words for this in English. These rulers started ruling as early as 6000 BC, or as late as 4000 BC, to about 2000 BC. What's needed to be emphasized again is, this period was almost completely mythical, although there might be some real elements. You decide which part can be considered legends, and which can be considered history. The saying goes that these 8 people ruled China for a few thousand years. The 3 sovereigns included Fuxi, Nuwa, and Shennong. Fuxi and Nuwa are brother and sister, but husband and wife at the same time. These people are said to be creatures with human faces and snake bodies. Nuwa mainly did 2 things in her reign: fix the sky and create humans. I'm oversimplifying things, but basically, the story of Nuwa fixing the sky begins because a water god called Gong Gong lost a fight to some Yer emperor and became really angry. He used his head to hit a heaven pillar that was used to hold the sky up, which folded and crashed down, leaving a corner of the sky dripping down. This pressure also destroyed the eastern mythical rope that was used to hold the ground up. That's why in China, on average, the more eastern you go, the lower the sea level gets, and rivers, namely Changjiang and Yellow River, flow towards the east. Anyways, when Nuwa found about this pandemonium, the world was in chaos. Everything was broken. Floods came after wildfires, wildfires came after floods. That's why Nuwa smelted a 5-colored stone to fix the sky, and used a gigantic turtle leg to replace the heaven pillar. Afterwards, she slew the black dragon that caused the rain and flooding. But she didn't fix all the problems. That's why Gong Gong's effects are still visible to this day. The second thing she did was create humanity. She did this by using her divine powers on some clay sculptures she made, and yeah. Fuxi didn't really do much besides teaching the humans how to cook, fish, use fire, and hunt. He also invented the bagua, or 8 trigrams, which can help people with divination and fortune-telling. He's basically just a Prometheus that gave humans even more cool things and didn't get punished. Shennong translates roughly to agriculture god. He, like his namesake, taught humans the aspects of basic agriculture. He is credited with inventing the hoe, axe, wells, and agricultural irrigation, among other things. The first of the 5 emperors, and the earliest person from China we can reasonably assume actually existed because of the abundance of sources, is Yellow Emperor, Huangdi. He is said to be the father of all Chinese, and very few Han Chinese people don't consider him an ancestor. Now, what's so special about this guy? Well, he's credited with inventing ways to build a house, the 5 best seeds to plant and how to grow them, animal agriculture, chariots, boats, bows and arrows, lunar calendars, and compasses. In his time, the simplest words were created by his historian, Kang Jie, and silk was discovered by his wife. Basically, in his time, his country was flourishing brilliantly. Before he became emperor, though, there was a king called Chiyo who ruled the 9 Li tribes. Some say Chiyo was a tyrant who ruled by terror. They say he had 4 eyes and 6 arms, and wielded sharp weapons in every hand. Others say he was very intelligent, and was named the god of war. Indeed, Qin Shi Huang and Liu Bei worshipped him before going to war. As you can see, he was a very controversial character. Meanwhile, another tribe leader existed too. His name was Flame Emperor, or Yin Emperor. He was called the god of medicine, because he tried out every kind of known medicine, and even got fatally ill a few times, thus gaining valuable knowledge about how to treat the sick. Some historians even say Yin Emperor was the sovereign Shennong, but that's just a theory. Anyways, Yellow Emperor and Yin Emperor teamed up to fight Chiyo, but Chiyo still had the upper hand throughout the years. Finally, there was a fog, and Chiyo's army couldn't see through the fog. This is where Yellow Emperor's compass came in handy, and they swept through, winning the Battle of Zhuolu. Afterwards, Yellow Emperor and Yin Emperor had to turn against each other, most possibly in Banquan of Yanqing, Beijing. After 2 major battles, one in Zhuolu, another in Ringcheng, the armies of the Yellow Emperor met the armies of the Yin Emperor in Banquan for the first large-scale battle in Chinese history. Yin Emperor lost and surrendered, and Yellow Emperor, ever the merciful, formed an alliance with Yin Emperor instead of wiping them out. The second emperor is Zhenshi, who was Yellow Emperor's grandson. For some reason, they ranked him an equal to Yellow Emperor, even though he honestly didn't do anything important. There's a legend that says he was the one who beat Gong Gong, the guy who got so angry that he destroyed a heaven pillar. The third emperor is Ku, who succeeded Zhenshi as his nephew. Similar to Zhenshi, Ku didn't actually achieve anything admirable before abdicating. Anyways, the fourth emperor is Yao, who is said to be very nice to his people. When Yao was old, floods kept happening and affected everyone's crops and starved villagers. Yao sent Gun to fix the problem, but after 9 years of hard work, Gun failed and had to be ordered executed because he failed too important a task. Yao wanted to give the throne to a young man called Shun, who respects his stupid and blind father, his scheming and spiteful stepmother, and his boastful brother. After many tests, which I won't go into further detail about, Shun was proven to be worthy and was given the throne. Shun, the fifth and final emperor of this period of time, had a jealous family who just wanted to kill him. One time, when his stepmother told him to dig the well, he did so, and secretly made an escape route in case they attacked him, which they did. His stepmother and brother poured in dirt and mud to fill up the well, and Shun had to go through his escape route. His brother, believing him to be dead, happily announced, "This was my idea, so stupid Shun's wife and his instruments, his cattle and his sheep, all belong to me now." And so his brother moved to where Shun lived and relaxed while strumming the instrument. When Shun got home, weary and dirt-stained and exhausted, his brother was surprised tremendously and said, Just now, I was sadly thinking about you." And Shun replied evenly, "Really, what a nice brother." He continued to respect his family and love his brother. Shun also initially refused to receive the throne, but eventually agreed to take it. At the same time, the flooding problem got worse and worse, and Shun was saddened when his health started to deteriorate, and the flooding problem hadn't been fixed yet. He announced that the person who could fix it would get the throne. This brings us to one more important person, Yu, who was Gun's son. Gun, if you remember, was the guy who failed to fix the flooding and got executed. Yu managed to fix it after 9 years of hard work. As the story goes, Yu passed his house 3 times within the 9 years, but was so intent on finishing his work that he didn't even stop to go inside, even as he heard his own son calling to him. Shun was extremely relieved that the problem was fixed and gave his throne to Yu. Later, Yu began the first dynasty, Xia, and gave his eldest son, Qi, the throne. And soon after, the throne passed from father to son. The first Chinese dynasty began.